Hi guys, so I'm back with part 2 of the Q&A video. In the previous video we talked about a lot of things about my journey from being a chartered accountant to a YouTuber, how I found out that this was my calling, how I learned video editing and so many other things. And I have even more interesting questions for this part, so do watch this video till the end, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and now let's begin. Dave_Bhansali asks, what do you do to be more creative and passionate for your work? यार अपने काम के लिए पैशनेट होने के लिए मुझे लगता है कि उस काम को इंजॉय करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, उसको सही रीज़न के लिए करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड बाय सही रीज़न आई मीन इट शुड गिव यू द हैप्पीनेस एंड नॉट जस्ट फेम एंड मनी, ऑल्दो एवरीबडी हैज़ अ डिफरेंट definition of happiness, so I'll just leave that there. And for the creative part, I try to indulge in some other activities also, which is other than my regular work of shooting and editing and traveling, like doodling, hand lettering, sometimes painting, even reading books, because those things give you different perspectives of the same situation and somehow really help you to keep those creative juices flowing. Enjoy_your_own_company asks, how do you plan for your travel vlogs? Do you plan a script or just go with the flow? So never have I planned a script in any of my travel vlogs, because I think that just defeats the purpose of creating a vlog, because it's supposed to be your raw expression of visiting a certain place or having a certain experience. But yes, I do research and plan thoroughly about the itinerary, the places I'm going to visit, the offbeat places that I'm going to visit to be specific, the budget friendly stay options and all of that. Int Negative asks, what is the most frightening thing that you've ever done? That's an interesting one. So April 2018 was the time when I did my first proper trek to Kheer Ganga, and because it was the first trek for a lot of us, तो experience नहीं था, तो हमने कुछ गलतियाँ की. जैसे सुबह हमने late start किया trek, and for some reasons in between it just turned into a night trek, and it suddenly started raining, suddenly got dark. Everything that could go wrong almost went wrong, except that we all came out from it. So not proud of that experience, but yes, for sure that has been one of the most frightening events of my life. Okay, now this question I get a lot. Dharshu asks, how do you motivate yourself on days where there's so much to do but you feel like doing nothing? जो सोशल मीडिया पे लाइफ दिखती है वो हमारी लाइफ का बस एक पार्ट होता है. तो हाँ, बहुत सारे ऐसे डेज होते हैं when you don't feel like doing anything, when you lack motivation, and especially for someone like me जिसके अंदर बचपन से ही प्रोडक्टिव होने का वो कीड़ा रहा है. मतलब even when I was doing CA and even when my life was very busy, I joined this organization called this NPO called MAD, Make a Difference, and I used to volunteer for them on weekends. So I absolutely had no free time at that time, and I loved that kind of life. मुझे एक busy और एक busy life in general बहुत पसंद रही है. So for someone like me, ऐसे days के साथ deal करना और मुश्किल हो जाता है. But at the same time, it is important to remember कि यार आप ये जो कर रहे हो क्यों कर रहे हो, because I am doing this because I enjoy doing it. And on any day if I don't feel like doing, I don't push myself very hard to do it just for the sake of being productive. So it's okay to have such days जहाँ motivation नहीं है कोई काम करने की. Especially if I talk about the current scenario, I know a lot of videos tell you to be productive, but it's already a pandemic. You shouldn't be putting yourself in the pressure of being the best version of yourself at this time especially. So it's okay to have these days, and how I deal with it is, so I would either go listen to music by my favorite band, which is the Local Train, or a Prateek Kuhad song, or munch on my favorite thing to eat, that is bhujia, or do just something that makes me happy all again, or simply just go talk to my mom. I think it magically makes everything back to normal. So I would just talk to her about whatever was bothering me, and I just get back on track again. Swati says, you said you use savings to sustain currently, but how do people earn through travel blogging? Now, I think this is one topic which is very, very wide, which I think deserves a video of its own. And I will be making a video on this super soon. But to answer that very quickly, briefly, Swati, bloggers mainly earn through brand deals, through affiliate marketing, through creating content for let's say other travel magazines or other travel pages, and even sometimes through freelancing. Avantika asks, how much do you get paid by your YouTube channel? Avantika, to give you a little bit of background, there are two criteria that you have to meet to monetize your channel first. One, you have to reach the 1000 subscriber mark, and two, you have to complete 4000 hours of watch time collectively for all your videos. And I completed these criteria last year in November. So yes, my channel is monetized, but I don't earn enough from just the ad revenue that YouTube provides. And even when you grow to a relatively bigger level, even then ad revenue is something that won't sustain you alone. And so what people in this area or in this industry do are either brand deals or freelancing, or like I said, affiliate marketing. But yes, ad revenue alone doesn't suffice. Oni.tacha says, daily routine please. Especially after leaving my job, ऐसे लगता है कि हर दिन ही इतना कुछ हो रहा होता है एक बार में. So it's very difficult. I think this is a topic that deserves a video on its own. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to watch such a video, and I'll cover it there. So Shahrukh asks, what are the things you keep in mind during shooting a cinematic shot? Some tips to learn self-video editing. So like I said previously, to learn self-video editing, I think there's nothing better than the YouTube tutorials, and also experimenting with whichever camera you have on the ground. And if I have to talk about the things that I keep in mind, I think it's the composition of the frame, the background it has, the elements that frame has basically. And with time, as I've gained a little bit of experience, I think I've started visualizing the transition that I'm going to apply post-processing. So while shooting, I kind of try to visualize the transition that I will want to apply and shoot it in a very similar manner. Like if I want a camera movement which is very quick and in the upward direction, I'll do that while shooting. And basically these, I think, yeah, that's what I keep in mind. Shravan also asks, tips on public speaking plus hand movements. Please do take this one. I had to take this because of that line. And so I honestly don't consider myself an expert in this area, but from the limited experience that I've had, just last year for some time, I also joined this organization called Toastmasters International, which basically enhance your public speaking skills, your soft skills in general. And public speaking has been something that, apart from what I'm doing currently, has been something that I've always very passionate about. And so it's something that I practice even in my daily life, be it standing in front of a mirror and simply having an argument over a topic, or sometimes even daydreaming about what I'm going to say if I come on a travel show, on a talk show sometimes. So I think those conversations that I have in my mind and sometimes aloud really help me to enhance this skill more. Aniket Jain asks, what's your favorite cuisine and can you cook? So I think my laugh would have told you the answer, that if I have to give a yes or a no, then no, I cannot cook. But by the end of this lockdown, I hope to come out as a decent enough cook who can at least make proper regular khana, ghar ka khana. And if I have to talk about my favorite cuisine, North Indian मुझे बहुत पसंद है. Chaat I love Italian, Chinese. Okay, I don't think I can name one cuisine. Battery is dying and the light is also dying actually. So the sun had set, the light had gone, so I had to come back downstairs to take rest of the questions. Soumya Garg asks, what is the first thought that you get when you wake up in the morning? Well, to be honest, the first thought that I get is about how I'm going to timeline my to-do list, which I mostly create on the previous night. So I have a habit of creating the to-do list, otherwise I end up doing nothing on that day. So yeah, the first part is about which work I'm going to take up first and how I'm going to kind of distribute the work during the day, which I'm not sure if it is a good practice, but I think it's because of the phase that I am in currently that I can't help thinking about work. Shravan Singh also asks my source of constant inspiration and motivation in life. If I have to particularly name one person for inspiration, I think I go to Gary Vaynerchuk, whose videos have been my go-to place for the times when I'm feeling down and about. And if I have to talk about motivation, I think I gather a lot of it from my mother. She's the one who has supported me with all my crazy ideas, be it pursuing internship in marketing when I'm a chartered accountant, or be it applying for an event management college, or be it leaving my job for pursuing something which is completely alien to me. So I think, and like somehow just magically after talking to her, things just seem alright again, and I feel all motivated again. So yeah, definitely my constant motivation. Meenal Date asks, can you share any travel wisdom that you gained till now, especially for solo travelers? Well, Meenal, I have a separate video on tips for solo traveling, which is my Alibag video on my channel. But to answer this quickly here, I think one tip that I always tell solo travelers is to tag along with other travelers, and to look out for hostel options or homestay options. Stay with the localites and just see how they live, how they cook, what they eat, what their lifestyle is, because that's how you really get to know a place, get to know those people. And since you anyway don't have any company, so it turns out to be a pretty enriching experience for you as well. The Road Less Traveled asks, what's your dream destination? Okay, that's an interesting one. Well, I think currently even being able to travel seems like such a dream, but if I have to speak in India, there are a lot of destinations I want to go to, but I really want to do trekking all over the Himalayas, so I want to do all the treks in the Himalayas. And if I have to talk about out of India, I really want to go to Peru, especially because of the beautiful places like the Rainbow Mountain, Machu Picchu, and even Tanzania, because the tribes over there and the culture that they follow really fascinates me. So yes, those two places. Shahrukh also asks, favorite place in Maharashtra that you wanted to visit again and again. I think it'll be Tamhini Ghat, all the Western Ghat treks, the Andharban forest trek, the Kalsubai Fort trek, the night trek. So all those treks that I couldn't do when I was there. Jay Kumar asks, after lockdown, any travel plans ahead? And Samrat26 asks, what mountain regions are world class and best to enjoy with friends? I actually have a common answer for this, and that is Parvati Valley, because that is hands down my go-to place when it comes to mountains. I feel like there's a lot of peace there, and every time I go there, it surprises me with something new, with a new trek to do, or new people that I meet, the new homestay I stay at. So yes, I think Parvati Valley is one great place in Himachal Pradesh where I will want to go once this thing ends. Well, Django_Bhola asks, I hope I am pronouncing it correctly, how is the situation with Corona in your city? Now, the situation in Karnataka is not as bad as Maharashtra and Delhi probably, but I think it feels the same because we're all locked down in our houses. But to get myself through this situation, I make it a point to enjoy the little things around me that often get neglected, witness the sunrise and sunset each day, video call my family, be grateful for the people I'm living with, and well, if you are watching this video, I'm sure you also have an internet connection. So yes, feeling grateful is very important about these little luxuries that we have. And not to forget dancing in this rain. Okay, I think काफी philosophical हो गया for a Q&A video. So with that, I will end this video, and the next video is going to be episode 2 from Bhutan. And since I received a lot of questions on video editing and the gear that I use, I've planned to make 2 separate videos just on this. So if you have any more questions on this, the gear that I use, the software that I use, how I edit my videos, anything of that sort, do leave in the comments below. I'll take them up. And hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, because that will go a long way into me continuing to make more videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.